Hi guys and welcome to this session by Intellipat. We live in a data-driven world. Most of the businesses today use data to analyze their shortcomings as well as their strong points. With about a quintillion of data bytes being produced across the world, we need data experts who can analyze this huge amount of data so that the companies can find out where they are lagging or where they are doing good. So today we have gathered here to discuss two such job roles, which is of the data analyst and the data engineer. But before we get into all of that, please subscribe to our channel to never miss an update from Intellipat. Now let's talk about today's agenda. We'll begin today's session by understanding why do we need to handle the data with a real life scenario, and then we'll move on and talk about these two job descriptions, which is data analyst and the data engineer, and we'll discuss about the roles and responsibilities of these job roles. And then we'll move on and talk about what are the skill sets required to become a data analyst as well as a data engineer. And then finally, we'll talk about the job scopes as well as the salaries for these roles. And guys, we do provide end-to-end training for data analysis. So if you're interested, you can check out the course details given in the description below. Now, without wasting any further time, let's just get into the session.
Starting with the very first part, that is need for handling data. Why do we need to handle data? We will understand it with the help of an example of e-commerce applications. So how do these applications and websites uses recommendation system for recommending products to the customers? So basically the product recommendation is the best way, or you can say the effective way, of converting leads into sales. And all the major applications and all the industries, e-commerce industries based on sales, use recommendation system for improving their revenue generation. But the question is, how do these recommendation engines work? So on what factors it depends on? So one of the important factor on which it rely is data. So without data, the recommendation system is like a car without a steering. So you must have done shopping through various e-commerce applications such as Flipkart, Amazon or Myntra, or maybe other. So these all applications uses recommendation system to recommend the products to their customers. So basically this helps in improving their sales, converting potential leads into sales, and increase their revenue generation. So basically they suggest you the products that are similar to your searches and the previously purchased product, your ratings, your interest. So it records each and every data to recommend you the products. So basically the system records customer data, and it can be dependent on the factors such as browsing history, whatever you have searched before, or the product selected for purchase, items added to cart, and it can be the discount offers that you generally prefer, the your ratings and your price range. So it depends on all these factors. It also shows you the products that are similar to the product that you have searched, and the products with the best sellers, and it shows you the products that are preferred by the customers, the more number of customers than your search product. So it basically does this by collecting all the types of data from all the types of customers. Then the recommendation system tries to understand the patterns in the data to filter the customers who are likely to make a purchasing decision. And that means the system filters the leads that might convert into sales. And after finding out such potential customers, the recommendation system starts advertising and recommending the products in various websites the customers visit, in their Facebook accounts. So ultimately this increases the revenue generation of the company. So what if this recommendation system does not exist? So if a particular product that is not searched by the people or not shown to the people will never be sold out. So this is ultimately a business loss, a great business loss. So this is how data boosts the revenue generation of every e-commerce application. So what does a data engineer and a data analyst do over here? So basically a data engineer creates an architecture or the design of the database where these data, all the collected data, can be stored and maintained. And they maintain the data, they create the pipeline for data extraction. And here the data analyst collects the data from multiple sources and store it in the database and use that for analyzing the data, customers' data, fetching useful information, extracting useful insights from the data, drawing useful patterns from the data to understand the behavior of the business, and tries to understand the ultimate behavior of the data, the insights of it. So this is the task of a data engineer and a data analyst over here.
Just a quick info guys, Intellipaat does provide end-to-end training on big data analytics. So if you are interested, you can check out the course details given in the description below. Now let's just get back into the session.
Now we'll see who is actually a data engineer. So going to the definition first, data engineers are responsible for managing, optimizing, overseeing and monitoring the data retrieval, storage and distribution throughout the organization. For example, if a company starts generating a large amount of data from different sources, so as a data engineer, their task is to organize the collection of information and its processing and the storage. So basically, they prepare the big data infrastructure that is to be analyzed by the data analyst or data scientist. So they basically develop, construct, test, and maintain the architectures, the data architectures, then align architectures with the business requirements. So it can be different for different industries, such as if we are talking about e-learning, so the database architecture will be different, and if we are talking about e-commerce, then the database architecture will be different. Then data acquisition, then collecting the data for storing it in the databases, then identifying the ways to improve data reliability, efficiency and quality, then develop data set processes, deploying sophisticated analytics programs, machine learning and statistical methods by collaborating with data analysts, machine learning engineers, data scientists, AI engineers. Then prepare the data for predictive and prescriptive modeling, find hidden patterns using the data, then use the data to discover tasks that can be automated and deliver the updates to the stakeholders based on analytics. So they combine with data analysts, data scientists, machine learning engineers, and their task is, you can say, they collaborate with other engineers to maintain the efficiency of the business processes. Now going on to the next part, who is a data analyst? So first, what is data analysis? So data analysis is a process of inspecting, cleansing, transforming and modeling data with the goal of discovering useful information, informing conclusion and supporting decision making. Now, organizations in all industries increasingly rely on data to make critical business decisions, and which new product to develop, new market to enter, new investment to make, and new customers to target. So they also use data to identify inefficiencies and other business problems that need to be addressed. So in these organizations, the job of the data analyst is to assign a numerical value to these important business functions so performance can be accessed and compared over time. So basically they analyze the data of the organization, the data of the customers. An analyst also needs to know how to use the data to enable organizations to make more informed decisions. So basically the job of a data analyst vary depending on the type of organization and the extent to which a business has adopted data driven decision making. So it depends on the type of organization. So these are mainly the tasks that a data analyst performs, that is designing and maintaining data systems by collaborating with the data engineers to store the information. So they can recommend the data engineers to create an architecture such that it has an effective data extraction pipeline, then mining data from primary and secondary sources for the organization, using statistical tools to interpret data sets, since statistics is one of the most important tool that helps in data analysis. So they use statistical tools, then analyze and visualize the data to understand the behavior of the data, find trends and patterns in the data, then prepare reports that effectively shows trends, patterns and predictions using the data. After that, implementing business analytics, collaborating with programmers to build products, data products, then recommend system modifications and improvements, and develop policies for data governance. So, a data analyst also collaborates with other team members to analyze the reports and make effective business strategies.
Just a quick info guys, Intellipaat does provide end-to-end training on big data analytics. So if you are interested, you can check out the course details given in the description below. Now let's just get back into the session.
Now moving on to the next part, that is understanding the difference between the data engineer and data analyst. So a data engineer basically builds an architecture for the data, and you can say the infrastructure for the data, how the database, how the data will be correlated to each other. Then a data engineer looks for the maintenance of the databases. They handle the error if any error occurs in the databases. So this is basically the task of a data engineer. Whereas a data analyst collects the data from the database and pre-process it, clean the data and manipulate the data in order to understand and analyze the data and find the trends and patterns in the data, to visualize the ups and downs of the business and the market, so that a strategy or an effective strategy can be made, an effective model or any other improvement that can be made can be discussed with the other teams and can be implemented to improve the business. Now, skills of a data engineer and data analyst. First, we'll look at the skills of a data engineer. So it starts with data integration, how they collect the data and store it in the databases, then data warehousing, then comes Cassandra, that is Apache Cassandra, and it is a free and open source tool to design to handle large amounts of data across many commodity servers. Then comes SQL, that is structured query language, that is a database language. Then Python is and Java is a must for a data engineer. Then comes Apache Hadoop, that is a software library used for the distributed processing of large sets of data across various clusters. Then comes HBase, Hive, and Map Reduce, that helps and that provides data query and analysis. Then comes Stitch Data or Segment, that helps developer for rapidly moving the data. After that, a data engineer should have knowledge of Unix, Linux, or Solaris. And finally, they should have knowledge of ETL tools such as Redshift or Panoply, that is used to extract, transform, and load the data. Now we will see the skills of a data analyst. So again, it starts with SQL. A data analyst should have the knowledge of structured query language that is used for database related tasks. Then they should have knowledge of Tableau, that is used for data visualization, that helps in the analysis of the data. Then Microsoft Excel. Then R or Python, that a data analyst must be experienced with, because they are popular among all the industries, and this programming language, that is Python and R, are widely used in the industry for various tasks such as analysis of the data or building machine learning models or deep learning models. So they have various libraries and packages that helps them to do that task. Then statistical knowledge. So statistics is one of the important component of data analysis that helps in analyzing all sorts of data. Then comes problem solving skills. So a data analyst must be a good problem solver. Then ability to analyze, model, and interpret data. Then they should also have a knowledge of data science, machine learning algorithms, so that they can collaborate with data scientists and ML engineers to build predictive models and help them to analyze the data. Then finally, creating dashboards and reports for the organization, so that they can give these reports to the organization to understand where actually the business is going. Now, looking into the job scope and salary of a data analyst and a data engineer. So, starting with data analyst. So, according to Forbes, in India there are 5,000 plus jobs available for a data analyst in 2020. And talking about United States, the number of jobs are more than 12,000. So, it's a very big number and good opportunity for the people who love to play with data. Then talking about average salary, so in India the average salary of a data analyst is 7,50,000 per annum, and in US it is 1,15,500 dollars per year. So it is a very good amount to start your career. Now, going on to the job scope and salary of a data engineer. So, according to Forbes, in India, there are 1500 plus jobs available for a data engineer in 2020, and in the United States, the number of jobs are more than 5,000. So, it is again a big number to grab the opportunities for the people who want to become a data engineer. Then, talking about average salary, so a data engineer earns an average of 6,30,500 in India, and in US it is close to $1 lakh per year. So in this video we have looked around who is a data analyst, who is a data engineer, their roles and responsibilities, difference between a data engineer and a data analyst, and also with the help of an example we understood why do we need to handle data. And we also looked around the job scope and salary of both these profiles. So you must have a pretty much knowledge about data analyst and a data engineer. So this is all you need to know about both these profiles.
Just a quick info guys, Intellipaat does provide end-to-end training on big data analytics. So if you are interested, you can check out the course details given in the description below. So this brings us to the end of this session. I hope you found this session intuitive and helpful. If you have any queries, you can leave a comment down below and we'll reach out to you immediately. Thank you so much for watching guys.